Morning, Larry.
Good morning.
How are you, sir?
I'm okay today.
You weren't okay yesterday?
We had windows being replaced, and they were banging around on taking the old frames out. The guys showed up early. It was supposed to be like 8:30, quarter to 9. They showed up about 10 till 8, and they're like, "We're ready to go." Okay.
Well,
But
should have early instead of late. That's a good thing.
yeah, exactly. And they did a great job to get some really nice new windows. God, I can't believe how expensive windows are.
Who'd you go with?
My daughter did it. I don't know the name of the company, but it was you know some guy. We got two really nice ones, upgraded windows. One in the kitchen and one in this office room here, a pretty big one.
Yeah, windows are not cheap.
I think we spent. I think between the two windows it was like 2,500,
That's about right.
and a good windows too. They're not cheapo windows.
Yeah, I've been in my house now, what, 5, 6 months, and I finally have blinds going in today.
Nice.
Finally,
Yeah, it happens. One thing at a time.
because I have a 74-inch picture window in my living room that's just right to the street, so
Yeah.
you can watch TV from my driveway.
Nighttime fun.
Yeah, so
People pulling up chick.
pull up a chair and hang out. Morning,
Yeah,
Wendy. Morning, Stephanie. Good morning, Wendy. Morning, Laura.
Hi, Mary.
Uh-oh, we got a new one.
Ezra's telling us what we need to learn today.
Exactly.
How did Ignite go?
It was good, as always. Gotta love it.
Cow.
What?
The cow.
Okay.
Dan, you'll see when you look over here.
Is it a cow?
It's a cow and the tractors.
2 cow tractors, yeah.
Cow
Good
track.
morning, Dick. Good morning, Pastor Kim. How are you?
Good morning.
I was
I
looking.
love-
Good morning, everyone.
Dick, I love your hockey setup there.
Well, that's when I was on the U.S. Olympic hockey team. I fought
Okay.
Russians, back.
Did you say hockey team or coffee team?
What?
You say hockey team or coffee team?
Yeah.
Drinking coffee and watching hockey?
Okay, yeah. No, that's just Photoshop. But I used to play a lot of hockey.
I can see that.
Good morning, everyone. How was your days?
Good. Going up to Mount Lemon today.
You got a listing?
House up there, so
There you go.
we have a fire sale.
Too soon, Dick. Too soon. Well, good morning, all. We kind of talked about having some objections and letting the group put them out there. So, what do you got? Told you to come think up some stuff. Someone sneezed really loud outside my office right now. It sounded like it hurt.
What do we want to say? We object. Let's see. Who's got a good one?
I just had the email open up. I don't know where it went. I get the thing's called The Lead from Keller Williams, and they had the script off from
Mega Camp?
Mega Camp. That was pretty good, and they had it written out. So
Oh, and it had some objections in there?
Yeah, it was pretty good stuff. Okay. Exactly. How are you, Miss Mary? Everything going well with the difficult sister buyer?
Yes, well, we're officially under contract now. So, yay. That's all done. And they've been wanting to go every day to go look at the house. And we finally said, no, we can't be doing that. Showing everybody and their family. I'm like, no, we're done with that too. We just gotta get moving here. So,
Good, and that's smart, because then what you're doing there is you should have brought them when we came and looked at the house. We're gonna go do the inspections, and that's it. And then,
yeah.
Is it vacant?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. At least you're not putting out the homeowner.
Yeah. But we told them last night this is the last time we can do that because we really don't have, access rights to it. So
Well, he's excited. That's all that matters, because the more excited he gets, the more you get him through the Binzer period. So I just reviewed a Binzer now that was like 33 items long.
Oh, we had our last one that we went under contract was 84 pages of the inspection.
Yeah.
So that's why he was like, forget it, which is fine. This one, we don't anticipate anything quite like that.
I mean, I'm all about the inspections. It really seems like some of it becomes too much. Like it's just too nitpicky.
It really is. It's so annoying. And then buyers just don't understand it, and they think, oh my God, the house is falling apart. And
so that comes down to the conversation we have with them up front, and tell them, hey, the inspectors are there to protect you and find everything possible with this house that could be an issue.
And still, you have that conversation, and they still freak out.
Yeah, we're concerned with major repairs. And then I like to have that conversation is that, like I even told you guys, if your buyer wants something that's brand new, go sell them a brand new house.
Yeah.
And even then, the inspectors will come in and find a bunch of things that they can call out.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, you're right. Nothing's perfect out there, but I think you guys did a good job, because you had a difficult third baseman on that one, the sister being licensed and not really active.
Yeah.
She was.
Well, now our seller is licensed and not active, so.
Oh, even better.
Fun. Right, Robin?
The cooperating agent can't seem to get us the spuds. She sent a blank form after like 5 hours, and I try and talk her through dot loop, and I don't know. I offered to go pick up a hard copy. She's 71, and I don't think she can use technology.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
That's really old. 70.
Yeah, so we're having fun. It's a good. This has been a great learning opportunity for both of us, I think.
Good. What was your biggest learning point so far?
Don't go to jail and murder your clients. I can show restraint. That's my learning.
Hey, Big Dan.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, one objection that I kind of just want to get around is kind of like, well, here, I'm going to just try to set it up for you. Remember when Michelle Ripley came on the phone call one time and she was like cleaning up before she had like her house cleaner come? Basically, she was like doing the dishes.
Before the cleaning?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like, keep that in mind. And then like, when our people like either not quite yet clients or already clients, and they say like, oh, well, I don't want to burden you with, you coming to see this like new build, or like, I just don't want to burden you with this or that. And you're going to, basically the objection is like, or the handling is like, that's my job. Like, but I think Larry understands this. What I'm trying to say is like, you don't want people to like try to have to package up everything so nicely and then be like, okay, here, realtor, here, do your job. When you're like, no, like, let me handle some of these things so that like, I don't want you to run and get somebody else thinking that I can't ask like my friend who's a realtor to do this because, you're just kind of worried about, they don't know how far they should be until they ask somebody for help. That was pretty messy, but.
No, you're right. So the biggest thing with that is to let them know, this is my job. You're not imposing me at all. Those type of people are the ones that are always going to call you and say, hey, sorry to bug you. You're not bugging me.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, sorry to annoy you. You're not annoying. Like that's just how they are. When you tell them it's not an imposition at all, I am here to support you. No matter how small the request, I want to make sure that I'm here for your guidance, because then just stay on them. What you can do in that is just ask them every day.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on with you today? How can I help you in your home search? And then you're just like, every day, just staying on it. Like, hey, where you at? What are you doing? What are you working on? So.
Like, thank you. And like one other thing, without like, obviously saying anybody's names or whatever, like we have a close friend who recently, lost her husband, and, she's just going through different things. I've been reaching out, staying in touch, sending her lots of different cards and things like that. And she said, oh, thank you so much, and then it dawned on me like, she's got this house with a pool with different things, she might need to be in a transition at some point. And I'm thinking to myself, well, of course we'd want to be able to help her and service all those needs. And I'm like, well, you know what? I think I am staying top of mind. I'm doing whatever, the best I can, you know, calls and cards and doing whatever things I need. And so I hope that when that time comes, you know, she wouldn't feel hesitant to reach out. So anyways, I hope that makes sense. Do you guys have any connections to those points?
Anyone, guys?
Well, in that situation, she opened the door for you to go a little bit further.
Okay.
The more you interact, the more trust you're building. So maybe something along the lines of, the situation has changed. Obviously, you've got this big place. If you reach a point where you think that you might want to change or possibly downsize, or not have to worry about all of this house that's here, I can recommend, be the source of the source. I can recommend some financial people if you need to do financial adjustments, just all of those things to kind of nurture them down the path. And Teresa actually would be possibly good to jump in on this, because Teresa, you were talking about this whole thing before, and I know you've done a lot of work toward that in helping people transition if their situation changes like this one has. And maybe she wants to stay in the house, I don't know, but it's offering that option, but also planting a seed for, she may not have thought through everything yet, and to offer up an opportunity, a possibility or an opportunity of, here's something you might, how your picture is changing, here's something you might consider. And it's not being rude. It's actually being, again, a source of a source, and just putting options on the table.
Yeah.
You're not suggesting she do any of these things, but you're just saying these are options that other clients we've dealt with have had to face and go through. So I just want to let you know, if your mind goes in that direction with anything, or you start having some questions about what you could possibly do, either our team or people we know can help you with that.
Oh, thank you so much, Larry. That sounds very personal, and I think she would appreciate that. And yeah, I need to be able to have, just be confident and have a professional conversation. This is just, not too soft and mushy and everything like that. Okay.
Yes. What I'm finding in helping people is you're going to come across people in all different paths and at different stages, and to be able to evaluate what stage they're in. They may think, ooh, I'm ready to buy right now, when they may be a year or two away. But you don't want to burst that bubble. You want to keep the enthusiasm, at the same time hold their hand and say, I'm going to put you in contact. We're going to work through, your 520 credit score and get that up. And, there's different things you can do to help them, and then keep encouraging them. I'm going to keep in touch with you. And right now, even though you're not ready to buy, I'm going to find you a really nice rental in your budget where you can save maybe an extra $100 or $200 a month, and put that in, in your little savings, and mark on that savings, this is my down payment. Just anything to keep them very motivated, and then put them on a smart plan and keep touching them, send them a little card. How's it going? Just because if you lose that connection and that contact, you're going to lose that client in a year or two. So, and they know you care. Like I said, last week, it was my instead of the Shark Week from Florida, it was my rental week from somewhere hot. Anyway, it was crazy, but I had lots of virtual hugs, and thank you so much. And definitely we're going to use you and tell everybody we know. And did I make any money? Not last week. Do I have a potential to make money? Yes, I do. So sometimes that's just what we do.
Yeah, it's all about planting seeds, Teresa. Those are seeds that could come to surface a year and a half from now, but guess what? They'll show up right when you need it.
And sometimes what's even worth more, it's worth really a lot to you when you talk to a friend and they say, you seem to just call always at the right moment. And I'm like, Yeah. But it's just because you're calling more frequently than, you know, than you would be. But yeah, that's just like, yeah, thank you. I'm glad I'm here to listen, you know?
And another aspect, if I can jump in really fast, is we really need to encourage buyers when they're in that difficult situation. The lender's like, you know, you need to work on this and blah, blah, blah. And they're just really down. And I had one situation, one of my buyers, and I knew they had some issues and put them in touch with, you know, a lending company that's helping them, but he's a little bit pushy. So they really got frustrated. So they're like, well, we know you're not pushy, but he's really driving us insane. I'm like, well, you know what, let's back up. And do you have another lender or your credit, you know, Federal Credit Union, anyone that you're comfortable with? Oh yeah, you know, my blah, blah, blah. I said, why don't you go talk to them? You know, you don't have to use anyone I've suggested, because I'd like you to talk to at least 3 different lenders, and maybe you'll be a better fit with someone else. So don't feel like you have to stay with this guy that's irritating you. So we just have to be the middle people sometimes.
Come from contribution, come from caring.
Come from, yeah, that ends, and be the source of the source. We don't have to answer their questions. We'll let someone else who works in those various, the financial people, whether it's a financial planner, whether it's a tax accountant, whether it's a legal real estate, you know, lawyer, something like that. You know, we guide them down the path to those things so that they can be better informed and get more answers. Most people are just, you know, they're short, what is it? Short thinking or whatever. They don't think outside the box. And a lot of people have never used a lot of those professionals their entire life. So, or it could have been the spouse that was the brains for that, and now they don't know, and they feel silly. Oh, you know, I just feel like I'm asking stupid questions. And that's another line I use all the time. Look, real estate can be complicated. There are no stupid questions. You know, something comes up, it's, you know, I can talk to you for 3 hours today, and tomorrow you're going to have a question. Don't hesitate to call. That's why I'm here, that you're not bothering. I want you to be educated and therefore confident on what you're thinking and where you're going with this whole concept of downsizing, upsizing, whatever the situation is that they're in. But we say it all the time. Just a reminder, be the source of the source. Know when to defer to someone who's a professional in that particular line of work that client needs at that moment.
If I could also point out, I think it's a good idea to vet the people that you work with, like the home inspector, the lending officer, because if you don't really know them and you're turning over client to this person and all of a sudden it goes haywire. I've had it happen where when I got into the business, someone was a lender. Well, I knew this person barely, but he seemed like a nice person, and said, sure, here it goes. And they almost cost me a sale because they were very obnoxious and everything else. So I take the time. That's why they call, and I use the line, that's what they call me, the go-to guy, because I don't have all the answers, but I know where to go. And I will make sure that the person I send you to is a professional, vetted and, easy to talk with. So.
Yeah, I firmly agree. And actually, I know the lender. He's a great guy. And this is a situation that my buyer hadn't filed her taxes in 5 years. And he just like, you need to get that done. And so when they're aggravated that he's pushing, it's a very legitimate thing he's nudging them toward doing. They should have been doing this already. So I'm just like being the middle person, like, well, go talk to some other people because they're going to get the same answers. But then they can see, oh, I guess he wasn't too obnoxious since everybody else was asking us to do the same thing. But I didn't want to come out and just tell her that. But so it was just, hey, go talk to some other people. That's, You know, you don't have to use him. You can use anyone you want. And I'm so sorry.
Actually, Teresa, a lot of lenders don't ask that question. Do you have any back taxes? And obviously that will come back to bite them. So obviously the person was doing the job.
Yes.
So you might tactfully tell them that. If another lender doesn't ask you about back taxes, it's going to come out eventually and we need to get it taken care of.
In good news, as long as your lenders are doing that, they're going to cover your ass too. You won't have deals falling out in the 11th hour because of a tax issue.
Yeah, the lenders I'm working with, I'm very specific. Like, I don't want the deal to fall apart. Please pre-approve them, not just qualify. I want everything checked. So.
All right. We've gone a little bit half the time in the mindset and going through some stuff. I want to say thank you for all you for enjoying Purple Shirt Tuesday. On my screen, I don't know if you can see it, it's all purple straight in a row. It's awesome. I love it. Good stuff. Makes me happy. In the chat, I did put what I was looking for from the out front page. It has the scripts and stuff that were put up on that script challenge that was done with Jason Abrams. So you guys click on that link, it'll take you to the website. I think it's pretty awesome. One of the big ones that we are focusing on now is we have a reluctancy in sellers. Why is there a reluctancy? Anyone? Bueller?
You don't know where they're going to move to.
They have nowhere to go.
They have nowhere to go. I can't list until I find somewhere else to move. I'm just not doing it, and I'm not interested in having the contingent offer. Right? These are all things that I don't know where I'm going to go. So there's some scripts in there. It was pretty cool. I completely get it. I mean, this is a very tough market for a lot of sellers in your position. So tell me, what is giving you the desire to move right now? Doesn't that go in line with what's important about selling your home right now? I like that. What's giving you the desire to move right now? You know, where did these feelings of selling your house come from? I need to get a bigger house. We heard that. Head nods, everyone. Head nods. Yeah. Make sure your neck works. Back and forth if you need to. Do circles. This is the interactive. I can tell when you guys are not awake because I get like tiny little head movements. You know, like I'm tired. Leave me alone. So
I went to the other screen looking at that script thing. Can you ask that question one more time?
So have we not heard people asking, I need to get a bigger house right now? There's a lot more things going on at the home than normal. So they're finding out that their cute little bungalow is not big enough for their family. So they're going to need a bigger home. So our response, absolutely great, perfect, fantastic. You know, let's get this working for you. We have a couple of different options, and all of these options are going to be up to you. My job is to deliver the options and then help you choose. I like that. All of these options are going to be delivered to you. My job is to help you. So we have the opportunity to get you a cash offer in your house now. I want to tell you, it's not going to be as high as we could get on the market. How do we get a cash offer for them now?
Keller Offers.
High five. Yeah. High five. Keller Offers. Because we can say that. We can get you a cash offer in your house right now. If you are not Keller's Offers certified, you can get with an agent that is and get an offer on that house. No problem. That's Emily Erickson. They do it a lot. And Teresa and me. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't used it yet, but I'm one of the first to get certified for some reason. Emily, how many times have you guys done that? Keller Offers.
We've probably cleared like 8 in the last 6 months or so.
Okay. So it's quite a bit. But
I haven't done it yet either, but I got certified just in case. So
yes, it's all about we'll ask Emily and Eric how they do their presentation and bring that offer up.
Yeah, I mean, it's just you just give them your options. You can sell with us, and this is how much it is, and you can sell with Keller. This is how much it could be, and this is the biggest thing is their house can't have been on the market before 6 months ago, or in the last 6 months. And once it's on the market, Keller Offers won't touch it. So you need to do it if it is something they're even just kind of interested in. And if you do have Keller Offers as part of your whatever, just ask people to see if, hey, can I just see what the offer would be on your house? Just for practice, because you do want to make sure you have good pictures of everything that they want and to get to know the form pretty well. I mean, I've done it on my own house, and I asked Eric, I'm like, you want to sell? I'm like, we don't have to do anything. We just get to get rid of our house. No, but he said no, because we're almost paid off. So anyway, but yeah, so, you know, just ask someone to try it, you know, just, I mean, there's no obligation. It just gives them a number and then they're like, oh, okay.
So good segue there, but it gives us the opportunity to have a conversation about a cash purchase. And then some of us also have investors out there that are looking for different types. So if communicate it out with your team, what you got. Secondly, that we also have an opportunity to get the lender to see if we can do a bridge loan, which would allow you to purchase the new house before selling this one. That's one thing on this list I would tell you in Arizona, bridge loans don't work. We don't have very many opportunities for them. What I would change on that one is we have the opportunity to talk to a lender to see if you can qualify for the new house without having to sell this one first. That would be a good one. That's a conversation you can have. You'd be surprised that a lot of people can qualify for a second home, especially now with 2.87% rates. Third, the next question is, would you be interested in a rental for a short amount of time after you sell in order to get the next house for even less? Do we have property management?
What was the last one again?
The next question would be, would you be interested in a rental for a short amount of time after you sell in order to get the next house for even less? Because right now the market it's kind of tilting, isn't it? We're starting to see a little bit of a round of the hill. It's not just a straight plummet, and it's not just climbing still. We're seeing a slowdown, which means eventually it's going to round back and go to the natural ebb and flow of business. Meaning that right now is the best time to sell. Tomorrow it might go down. We're not saying it could go back up, because right now we're starting to see the market shifting a little bit. I believe November, December, we'll see the market shift again, because that's typically what happens around a major election years. And now we can start having that conversation is if you sell right now, let's pull the equity out of your house, rent for just a short period of time, 5-6 months. We can find you another house, and then you're in a much better position, because what's going to be the best offer for them? An FHA offer, a cash offer, if they can net that much equity, or a conventional offer. You can have that conversation with, there's three loan types out there. There's the first one is your cash loan, cash deal, bam. It's the highest and best, makes it the easiest, you get the best deal. Second is conventional, which takes about 20% down on a home and puts you in the best position to earn after a cash loan. And after that is any of the government-backed loans, the VAs, FHAs, USDAs, all those loans are effectively the same in ranking. But if we can get some of the equity out of your house and you would have that 20% down to buy that next step up, would you be interested in renting for a few months so that we can find you the perfect house, and then you could utilize the equity that you pulled out of the sale of your home to put you in a much better bidding position so you can buy the house for even less? You see how that conversation kind of makes a lot more sense, because you're educating, delivering an option, and then asking them to choose. Who wants to try it?
I know Keller Williams, I think right out of our brokerage. How many different property management companies do we have out of our?
A lot.
Okay, a lot. All right.
I know of 5 in this office.
Okay.
I think we still have 2 in ours, Stonehouse and Schulte.
Yeah, Stonehouse, Schulte. What is it? Mary Beth Zellen, Tim Murray, Keith Duncan, the Severos team, the Servos team. I call them Severos because of Game of Thrones.
Is there a place in Connect or something to look up? Just do a search? No.
Unfortunately not. What you can do is in the MLS, you can go look up our listings in TAR MLS, and you can see all the different listings that we have, and it'll tell you the different property managers we have.
Okay, I'll do that.
I mean, also the Stratton Group. I knew this was a big one I was missing. Stratton does a lot of rentals too.
Okay. I got investors wanting to hire a property manager. So
Keith Duncan or the Stonehouse. I don't know if Stonehouse is even taking on any more doors.
Okay.
But yeah, call them up and ask them. You know, hey, are you guys taking on new people? Because I know Keith Duncan is. He just added a person to his team. Okay. And Tim Murray might be, but he works with April Richards, and they've kind of been slowing down. So.
Okay. All right.
Good question. Good question. All right. Did you guys all get the link? Did you click on it, open up a website so you can check it out?
Yes, sir.
If you guys don't check out outfront.kw.com, there's a lot of great articles and information out there that's really helpful. And even after major events like we have, they always put in some key points in there, like this list off here. So there's a couple of cool questions and some stuff that you had behind it. And then going and reading and getting an idea of what they're saying and how they're saying it just gives you a little bit more insight to the minds of the mega agents. And then we get people like Miss Emily Erickson on the call that tell us all the greatness about Keller Offers and makes me want to go put an offer on my house and see how to do it.
A good time.
Oh, it's a good time to know. It's a good time to know. Well, I bought it less than 6 months ago, so I got to wait until next month. Awesome, guys. Well, it is 8:29. It is Tuesday, the purple shirtiest of days, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining in. As always, same place, same channel next time. And if you guys need me to deliver coffees to your house, let me know, because I need a little bit more energy out of you. Y'all are just flat today.
Hey, tomorrow or sometime this week, not Thursday, but maybe tomorrow or Friday. So there's like 10 or 11 just major objections. Can we just go over maybe those 10 objections and just maybe spitball some scripts?
Do you have the list of major objections you want to go over?
I do.
Share, email it to me. You guys want to do that tomorrow?
Sure.
All right.
Get your thinking caps on.
Email it to me, Miss Erickson. I'll get it out.
But objections about what? Like on the seller side?
It's
There's about 10 or 11 objections that are just across the board seller buyers. It's the most common objections you come to. Or it's a variation of that objection, but that's about all you really have to script for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you want to be able to handle the initial hit. So deflect the punch in the face, as they say, and then you can continue on the battle. But no, I'd love to do that tomorrow with you guys. That's what I want to focus on this next week or so, is coming up with those objections and the quick handles, so your brain is automatically tuned to fire back. Like they're saying, I'm just looking.
Are you going to email that list out, Dan? Because I have inspections tomorrow morning. I can't be on the call.
Maybe.
And maybe it's something that we continually work on, so you might see it again.
Yeah, we'll continue to be part of our series. I do have everyone that's on this call right now that I'll get that list out to, email wise, today.
And I can also throw it on the Facebook page as well.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll put it on the Facebook page, and then everyone can just pull it off of there, get some engagement. If you're not,
yeah, and I'll email it to you too, Dan. But yeah,
groovy. I love it. You guys go out there and do something awesome. Remember, I'm always here for you. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Thank you.